Hey there, folks. D-Lo is coming at you again with a brand new video, and this article comes from Autoblog.com. These car manufacturers issued the most recall of 2022. Now, I did a similar video like this on one of my YouTube short, and I just put the link in the description in that video. And I'm doing the same with this one here, but this one I'm actually going to fully go over this because it's something I want y'all to see. Because this article really get into how bad, it gives you a glimpse of how bad the recall has really been for this year. So, plus we take a look at the manufacturer that issued the least recall. Well, based on what I saw on this list, ain't nothing least about it. But let's get into this. Wonder what car manufacturer suffered the most recall over the course of 2022. Wonder no more, as a list of the U.S. Department of Transportation tells us exactly what's transpired through the years. Coming in at number 1 on the list in both numbers of recall and numbers of cars potentially affected is Ford. In 2022, Ford issued a 67 recall. So no, you are not imagining things. If it felt like there was an unusual number of Ford recall in the news, at the rate Ford was average of one recall of 5.4 days in total. Now you know that's terrible. Ford recall potentially affected 8.63 million vehicles this year, which as well overdoubt that of any other manufacturer. My goodness. Now it's time that we remind you that the recall are not always a terrible thing. You know what? That's what they say in the article, but you got to realize, y'all, these people, even when articles come out, you got to realize some of these people are going to try to sneak in a little statement and try to soften the blow. When we're after, they know how bad this looks. They know how terrible this situation really is. But they're always going to put some kind of statement in there to try to soften the blow. Ain't no soften the blow. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Ain't no try to dress it up with any type of whatever you trying to do. If it's bad, it's bad. Okay, you don't need to try to dress the situation up. Don't be dressing up those situations. If the situation is what it is, if it's bad, it's bad. Now come on now. Anyway, let me get back to this. It means that there was some sort of error made in the process of the car becoming the car it is today. But it also means that the manufacturer has found the problem and fix it before you free of charge. Of course they're going to do that because they know they screw up. So, duh. On the other hand, nobody likes to spend extra time at a dealership and dealing with the car being down for some indeterminate amount of time. Additionally, not only recall area are the same level of panic. Some of them, like the Talkie airbag recall, ooh, y'all, that's going on. That Talkie airbag recall that's going on. That situation getting worse. I saw the article on that, and you know what? I said I haven't quite got to doing a video on that yet, but I will be putting that video out sometime soon. It's real bad, y'all, with that airbag situation. Anyway, okay, what all your attention and panic. Meanwhile, some recall are to fix small things like rear view camera that stay on too long, or other words, not 5 o'clock alarm. 5 alarm, well, whatever. I don't know what they're trying to say. I mean, I kind of understand what they're trying to say, but still, they had to put it like that. After Ford Tesla came the second most car potentially affected by the recall at 3.776 million vehicles. Now let's talk about this Tesla thing for a moment. Now let's be honest. They said Tesla became the most second for the most recall potential affected by the recall. No, in my opinion, based on what I've been seeing and reading in news, I've been on YouTube for at least a whole year now. And the number one vehicle I kept seeing more than any others being recalled is Tesla. Now I could be wrong, but I know Tesla, to me, in my opinion, should have made a number one list, because I see Tesla in the news for they brand car in the news more than any others. So they got in this article Tesla became the second most car potential have effect on the recall. Okay, that's what the article said. That could be true, but from the perspective of what I've been seeing, Tesla should have been the first. That's just my opinion. The total number of recall was much lower at just 20 total recall, and it's also fair to point out that the large number of Tesla recall was fixed over the air update, but Tesla has some big ones and that could cause a number of skyrocket. GM recall story of 2020 was similar to Tesla in that it only had 32 recalls, but total number of cars potentially affected was higher at 3.37 million. Now, $3.37 million. Yeah, cause Tesla, excuse me, not Tesla. Stella, which is the next car they're gonna talk about, they in a lot of hot water too, because they had if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what problems they gonna mention this article, but I know Stella had a similar airbag problem as well. They one point in time had that problem. Matter of fact, let's be honest, all these name brand cars out here had an airbag problem one time. It's just that right now the popular one in the news right now is the Tokyo one. That's the one getting the most attention right now. Well, anyway, let me go on. So Stella was right there too at 38 total recall at 3.4 million cars potentially affected. If you're curious about the rest of the list, we put the highlights for you below for the top 10 manufacturers with the most recall in 2022. So let's look at this list. Ford recalled 67 recall. Ford had 67 recall so far this year. Volkswagen had 45 recalls. FCA still had 38 recalls, and Mercedes-Benz 33 recalls. General Motors 32 recalls. Kia 24 recalls. Now Kia may have Kia had 24 recalls, and Honda may have 22 recalls, but they was in a lot of hot water, because if you remember, just a few weeks back, I did a video where one the Honda and the Kia car caught on fire, and it caused a resident in Florida not only to lose their car in the fire, but they also caused their house to burn down too in their car fire, because the car fire got started in their garage, and the fire made its way to went from the garage to the whole house. And I did a video on that and did an update video on that. They had because of that they had to put out a settlement because of that situation. If y'all didn't see that video, just go on my channel. Matter of fact, I'll put the link in the description of that video. Tesla had 20 recalls. BMW had 19 recalls, and Nissan 15 recalls. Now, I'm surprised that Ford is the leading of the most recalled vehicles because, like I said, and I'm gonna point this out again from my perspective, it should have been Tesla because Tesla, they be in the news for their brand car being recalled more than any others. I'm just saying. I'm saying this from my perspective. Lastly, how about the manufacturer with at least recall? Predictable, it's a real list. There are 5 OME tires for the lease of the one we call each. Bugatti, Mr. Fairwood, Polar Star, and the Manzu Buggy is big win here. Here's winner. Trying to read too fast. Let me start over. Okay, here the biggest win here without only one car we call. Unfortunately, the failure is single we call potentially affect 23,555 vehicles, which is a monster recall for a company that produced such a few vehicles. Hold up. You tell me this band of Farian, they only produce a few vehicles and they end up suffering that much of recall on their vehicle? You know, y'all need to get y'all act together. Anyway, y'all, that's the whole article. And as you can see, some people left their thoughts about this whole thing. Can do to Missouri. One of the many reasons my wife and I bought the drive. Don't. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Kendu and Mizundo. One of the many reasons my wife and I both drive them. What in the number? Okay. I don't know how. Maybe just the way this arc is shaped, but from that angle, you guys can't see my angle for where I'm reading it. Okay, it's kind of, I'm trying to read that comment, but the way it's all, maybe just my phone system kind of lopsided. But okay, somebody will comment say Kia plus Hyundai 46 would sure be the second on the list. Okay, so this person named Trey Plant Edit Wire, if I pronounce his name right. So he believes that Hyundai and the Kia should be the second one on the list. Okay, I can see his point, but I slightly disagree. I still say Tesla should be on the first list of the recall. But this is how bad the recalls on car has really been. And I don't like the fact in that little in the middle of the article they tried to soften the situation up. Don't try to pencil around the situation. I mean, just come out and admit what it is. It is bad. It's terrible the way y'all do, the way y'all build these cars. Talking about a recall don't always mean a bad thing. Yes, it does. In y'all case, it does. Cause something always bad be going on. You have more serious things going when it comes to those recalls. You have more serious stuff going on than non-serious. So I don't know who this person that was Arca, but he need to go somewhere and sit down with that, trying to soften the blow. You can't soften this one up. The situation is what it is. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation, about how bad the recalls on car has really been this year. And let's be honest, if it was bad this year, it's probably gonna be even worse than next year. Matter of fact, if you go into the video section of my channel, I just did a video recently about there's gonna be one vehicle that's gonna have a recall this coming March of next year, and you can go check that video out too. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next one.